All right, good afternoon, traders. Today is March 6, 2025. My name is John Kerrigan. This is the BYOB Market Wrap Up. Let's take a look at some charts. SPY is the first one. All right, 10-minute, just a total windup here coming into the close, leaving with squeaking out a 10-minute uptrend, squeaking out the 10-minute uptrend. On the 2-hour chart, 2-hour downtrend coming in the close. On the daily chart, lower high, lower low, closing under the bearish trap, under the 17 EMA. On the, I got to tell you, it's no longer in the upper third, so it's just neutral right here for SPY on the daily chart. All right, let's take a look at QQQ. QQQ, same deal. Lower high, lower low, closing under the trap, under the 17, under the all-time high anchored VWAP. Just neutral, right here at the neutral line, at the midpoint. Let's take a look at FNGA. FNGA, same deal. Lower high, lower low, closing under the trap, under the 17, under the all-time high anchored VWAP, under the uptrend line. Just neutral right here at the midpoint. Let's take a look at Diamond Dow. Diamond Dow, lower high, lower low, closing under the trap, under the 17, under the all-time high anchored VWAP, under the uptrend line, no longer in the upper third, just neutral. Let's take a look at IWM. Lower high, lower low, closing under the, everybody got the same thing. Lower high, lower low, closing under the trap, under the 17, under the uptrend line down here in quadrant 1. That's still bearish. Down here in quadrant 1, still bearish on that one. Technicals, T2122, camping out in the oversold zone all day. Nothing but sellers and selling action. That's it. T2123, a little mini rally here, still not filling any bearish gaps, okay? Making lower lows, nothing bullish happening today. Sell off after the 2 martini lunch, obviously, right there. Still caught underneath this falling 200. On the 3-bar chart, we're getting down below the prior all-time high here. 3 more red candle bars on the 3-bar chart. Still caught underneath the fading 200 SMA. I don't know where they find support. That should have been support right through here. I don't see any consolidation. They just seem to be moving lower at this time. Take a look at FNGU one more time on the 15-minute. You can see right here, selling, gap down. Never filled the gap, selling from the beginning of the day to the end of the day. Caught way under VWAP right there, FNGA. All right, let's take a look at a few sectors. First sector, we'll take a look at, let's go look at SPY game plan. All right, SPY game plan. All right, let's take a look at it on the 10-minute chart. This is the game plan for today. Okay, it was red underneath this red right here. So in other words, underneath these tails was a short, and you could have played that short. The first one failed, and I warned everybody that the first one will probably fail. And the second one worked out till you got down to 570. After that, the bulls created a little mini 10-minute head and shoulders here, or a rounded bottom anyways. So we'll see what happens with that. AVGO reports tonight at maybe 4:15. We'll see. A lot of wind up and down, up and down, up and down, and through here on the SPY. All right, so you got a 10-minute downtrend right here. And that was about it right there for the game plan. 10-minute downtrend under VWAP, down to about 570. Let's take a look at the QQQ game plan. This was the pivot. This is what we like. $2 to $5 out of the money, 1 DTE or 8 days till expiration, Friday options. So right here it was 576.60 underneath 576.60. There's the breakdown candle coming through, and you traded that down to there. All right, let's take a look at QQQ. QQQ, same deal. All right, if you followed the game plan, you made money today. Right there, price action falling through the bottom, right down to 586.56. All right, so QQQ game plan works. Pull up to the pivot, couldn't hold the pivot, back down. All right, let's take a look at sectors. First sector we want to look at is, let's take a look at SMH, actually XLE. Let's take a look at XLE. On the daily chart, of course. On the daily chart, XLE. Higher low, higher high, closing under the trap, under the falling 17, under the 12-month high anchored VWAP, under downtrend line 1, under downtrend line 2, down here in the lower quadrant. That's bearish right down here on the lower quadrant there. Just squeaked out bearish. If they could get back up here, they won't be in the lower third. But they need a bounce. They don't seem to be bouncing right now. So bearish on XLE. Let's take a look at UNG. UNG lower high, lower low, closing inside the bearish trap, bullish trap, over the rising 17, over the 12-month high anchored VWAP, over the midpoint, up in quadrant 4. Everything bullish about UNG. USO. USO bearish. Lower, higher high, higher low, closing under the trap, under the falling 17. Down here in the lower third, that's bearish. Okay, underneath the 3-year high anchored VWAP, underneath the uptrend line, this is bearish, USO. Okay, let's take a look at gold and silver. Gold today got some inside day. Lower high, higher low, closing inside a bullish trap. Over the rise, over their 17 EMA, rising 17, over the all-time high anchored VWAP, up near the top of quadrant 4. That's bullish on gold. Silver up here in quadrant 4, looking awesome right now. Excuse me, up in quadrant 3, but in the upper third, that looks awesome today. Higher low, higher high, closing over the trap, over the 17, up in the upper third. Silver is bullish. All right, let's take a look at, we want to look at SMH. SMH is bearish. Back out of this, you see we're in the lower third, lower high, lower low, closing under a trap, under the 17, under this all-time high anchored VWAP. All right, so SMH, bearish down here. Let's take a look at XLK. Technology neutral, hanging on to the uptrend line. Take care of that. Get that out of there. Take care of the holding on to the uptrend line. Hanging out here at the midpoint. Price action is lower high, lower low. Closing under the trap, under the 17. Wow, this is a sharp move down. That's the kind of move that should bounce. If we hadn't done it already over here. All right, so lower high, lower low, closing under the trap, under a falling 17, under the all-time high anchored VWAP, but above the uptrend line. Still neutral on XLK. Let's take a look at XLF. XLF just barely hanging on to the upper third up here. Lower high, lower low, closing under the trap, under the 17, under the all-time high anchored VWAP. Still bullish up here in the upper third, but not moving up. Let's take a look at IYT. IYT, higher low, higher high. That's different. Closing under the trap, under the 17, under the all-time high anchored VWAP, under the uptrend line, and at the midpoint. So just neutral right here on IYT. That's it right there. Traders, if you're out there in podcast land, digital land, just want to say that I'm going to have an open house, all right, on the 10th. See if I can find it. Nope, don't have it ready. On the 10th, we got an open house. I hope to see you guys there. Starts at 8 o'clock, lasts all day till 4 o'clock. We'll see you on the 10th. Look for the registration inside the description of the video. All right, I'm going to take questions in the room, see if I got any questions, and then we're going to call it a day. Today was a chop day. I didn't do as well as I wanted to do. All right, I didn't do well at all. All right, I just barely held my own. I was fighting off the melting. That's all I was doing. So, check 10-minute chart, 10-minute SPY. 10-minute on SPY. Let's take a look at it. All right, still at 573. Yeah, a lot of tails down here, looking like it's ready to wedge up and break through. Yeah, totally agree with that. FNGA as well. Not like SPY. They got more tails. They got more wicks on the top than tails on the bottom. This is looking up right here. That's looking up. Actually, it looks across because you got some stuff. You got some descending wicks and you got some ascending tails right there. Other symbols, daily gap fills. I didn't see any daily gap fills. I don't think anybody got a daily gap fill. Alan, what were you trading? I struggled all day. Alan prints 7%. Way to go, Alan. I'm telling you guys, this guy's a sleeper. You never know it. You know, at the end of the day, the guy racks up 7%. Way to go, Alan. Alan shares a screen tomorrow. Sounds like a plan. Way to go, Alan. Love it. Diamond Dow. Yeah, Diamond Dow's got same thing going on. I gotta tell you, I think we're going up. I don't know how high, but this was a big wind up to go somewhere. Yeah, congratulations, Alan. That was a nice day. I couldn't get anything going. I also didn't want to get a whole lot going with with the knowledge of having to hedge it, for tonight. So I was kind of tough there. That's my problem. Yeah, way to go, Alan. Awesome. All right, traders, that's it for me. All right. I'm going to put AVG up, see what happens there. Nothing happening yet. Oh, there we go. There we go. There's a rip. I see a rip. All right. Let's check out in the video. And nothing happening there. You know what? I hate it when the first move is up, because then the other shoe drops. That's a nice rip. Okay, so they just filled a gap. All right, they got to make a higher high. If they don't make a higher high, that's worthless. You got to make the higher high and hold the higher ground. Conference call, yeah. All right, all my BYOB members, I'm going to see you guys tomorrow at 8 o'clock. We'll see where the markets open up. See if we open up down 10 points or if we're up 10 points. We're going 10 I got a feeling we're going 10 points in one direction or the other. I don't know which one yet, but I can just feel it. Yeah, they probably were told to wait till 4:15 to announce so that the SPY futures wouldn't be affected. I don't know. I think we're going 10 points. I don't know which way. It looks like up, but anything can happen. Thanks, everybody. Have a great evening. Thanks, Greg. Thanks, Alan. Alan, way to go. Tex, Brad, everybody. Greg, love it. See you guys tomorrow.